Hello everyone, Tina here. I hope your day is going wonderful. Thank you so much for joining me. Today we are going to create a card with the Pocket Full of Love die set. This is the Large Die of the Month Club kit for January 2022. And I think this is so fun. These are great for even Valentine's, guys, but Mother's Day it would be fabulous for, but I'm partial to pocket cards, so I was super excited about this. We're going to jump in and do a little bit of die cutting. We're going to start off with This Is Your Pocket piece. So let's take some white cardstock, and then we are going to die cut this out. And then this here is a beautiful detail piece. Now you'll see that there is embossed or debossed detail on here, which is fabulous because it tells you exactly where to put the accent pieces. As far as building the flower, the leaves, and then the branch of the flower, they're all separate in pieces, so you can layer, which is really nice. And I have a little friend who's been really hanging out with me. For this piece, we're going to go bold and take some, this is Rainforest cardstock, and we are going to go bold or go home. So we're going to die cut this out with our Rainforest cardstock along with our detail heart piece. Now I'm going to do something a little bit different. I know there's a lot of videos where Spellbinders actually has a video showing where you can line these up on your flower, but I wanted to show you some versatility with it, something different, I always like to say. And so we're going to not use those pieces, but we are going to use this. This is actually your inside card pull, which is really nice. You could use one if you wanted to, or you could layer them together to create a nice look. And that's what we're going to do with some more white cardstock. So we'll take some more here and some more here. Let's get this over. Okay, and I'm also going to take the outline of the heart and die cut it out twice. I don't know if I can fit it on there. Yeah, I can. I'll die cut out the heart twice. Okay, so let's tape this down and run this through a die cutting machine. Okay, everything is nice and die cut. We're going to go ahead and set these aside for now. And I don't know if you can tell in here with the lighting, but it does have debossed detail. And then that's where those where you could figure out where to put those dies, those extra floral dies, which are stunning. We are going to start by their score lines on your pocket. We're going to start by reinforcing those score lines. And I'm going to start off by bending them over with my hand first, and then I'll bring in my bone folder just so I can get a nice crisp line. Okay, and then we'll do this side. Once we have that done, I'm going to go ahead and mask off some of just after the score line areas. Now I'm doing this because I want to add a little color with my Oxide inks, and I'm afraid if I go over this area here where we're going to add adhesive, it's not going to stick. So we mask that off. Now I'm going to go ahead and take in a couple Oxide inks, starting off with Picked Raspberry. I'm just going to use my blending brush and go ahead and just add a little bit of color on the very bottom. Now I'm not too particular about it blending because by the time you add this, you're not even going to be able to tell, but I do want to have an intense pink on the bottom and then kind of have it trail up softer. After we have our Picked Raspberry, I'm going to go ahead and add Scattered Straw. And I just want to add a little color. I want to leave half up white. And this is just not blending it very nice. Kind of looks a little choppy, but you can see here, you can't even tell, which is really nice. Okay. After we have this done, we're going to remove our masking tape. And then I'm also going to add a little bit of color on the bottom of our green. And for this, I'm going to be using Mowed Lawn and my blending brush. Just want a real dark, intensified green on the bottom. I don't know if you can tell there. Just to give it a little bit of two-tone. Oh, guys, you know what? This would make a really pretty mask, too. Oh, gosh, it's really pretty. I'm going to show you. Hold on, let me get some cardstock. Here, look at. Oh, I'm going to go. Let's go over the big one here. If you wanted to use this as a mask, pretty. Look how pretty that is. Did make a really nice mask, or even this one. Not a so if you, or a stencil, I should say. You ever thought of stenciling with Spellbinders dies, especially the beautiful intricate ones? I think it's fabulous. Look at this if you were to do the whole thing. That's a little extra tidbit there. Sometimes we discover stuff together. Okay, I'm going to clean off my desk, and then I'm also... Okay, I went ahead and off camera, I stamped and fussy cut out some flowers. These flowers are from a real beautiful stamp set called Love Never Fails, and I'll list it down below if you guys want to check it out. It was part of the November release. I believe it was the Cardmaker 2 stamp collection that this stamp set was from. But I just love the flowers in here. They're kind of a little bit wonky, but still beautiful flowers. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and add some adhesive over the flaps of our pocket. I'm just going to use my score tape. I think it's thin enough and it will work great. Okay. And then I'm going to go ahead and use my blending brush. I don't know if you can tell, but there's a little bit of white line on the bottom. I don't want it to be white there on my pocket. Okay, let's grab our card base. My card base today is going to be a standard A2 size card base, which I have right here. We're going to go ahead and adhere our pocket. This is going to give just enough room to fit on an A2 size card, which I think it's wonderful. So let's go ahead and adhere this right now. I'm just going to remove the release paper with my tool-in-one. And then make sure it opens the right way, and I'm going to place this on the bottom. Lovely. I think that looks so pretty. Okay, now let's decorate our envelope with our green detail piece, and I'm just going to use my Barely Art Precision Glue, and we'll go around all of the edges. I don't want it oozing out, so I'm kind of going a little bit light. Let's flip this around and add this, and it's going to line up just a little bit shy of your pocket, so you have a little bit of a border. I'm going to hold it down just so it adheres nice. Lovely. Now we're going to make our little inside pocket pull. I'm going to go ahead and layer both of these together. Actually, let's take our heart here And we're going to add just a little bit of glue. If I can get my glue to work. Okay. This is the larger inside pocket, guys. We're going to add a little bit of glue, and then we're going to add a heart over that V flap. And I got ink there for my hands, but I'm hoping this is going to cover it, and it does. So no worries. Now after we have this done, I'm going to add my detail piece. Let's flip this over. We'll add this over our existing heart, and it will line up perfectly. I'm going to hold it down, give that glue a little bit of time to adhere. Okay, I just think that green's really pretty. Now we're going to add our top piece, and I think it will line up, leaving a little bit of a border. I just love that. And I'm going to use my tape runner for this. We'll line it up here. And to give it a nice clean look, we are going to add our back heart to the very back. And I'm not having any luck with my tape runners. Time for a refill and everything. We're going to line it up. That's just going to give it extra stability when you pull it in and out. Okay, now I'm going to show you. This goes in here. Isn't that so pretty? Love this. And then there's a little message. Okay. Now we're going to add, now you can use the same colors if you wanted to and fill in with your heart, but I wanted to add some different ones, different flowers, or not, did I say heart? Fill in your flower and your heart, I suppose. But you can use any flowers, really. We're going to go ahead and add our sentiment. Lovely. I'm going to add some leaves to the flower that's up here on the heart. Okay, now my heater went on, so I'm going to talk a little bit louder. I have a loud heater, oh my goodness. I'm going to go ahead and ink up another sentiment from the Love Never Fails stamp set. This is Sending Prayers. And we're going to stamp this in the center of our pull. And we give that a little bit of time to dry. And in the meantime, I'm going to go over my, there's little dots. I don't know if you guys can see them. The little dots over here. I thought we would add a little bit of, I don't know, this is beautiful ivory seashell. I don't know if you can tell the color on the lid, but it's so soft and so pretty. I'm just going to add one dot to the center of the flowers. And then I'm going to add little dots over the dots that are in the background. There's not too many that are showing, but against that green, I think it's going to be real pretty. They look like little pearls. I don't know if you can tell. You can probably tell down here. And then I'll do the same for my, there's no little place to put the pearls, but so I'm just going to add a couple here. Lovely. We'll go ahead and slide this in carefully. And then that finishes off my card today, guys. I hope you, oh, you know what? I wanted to do one more thing before I go. I have a, this is a Real Memories Crocodile, and it has a fancy edge called a deco edge. Let's see. That does it kind of like a reverse corner, kind of like what this is here. So that's what I'm going to use on our card base. And I'll do the same over here. And then the same on top. And then one over here. And I think that just worked out perfect. What do you think? Thank you so much for joining me today. I have, I'm trying to do this video without doing a voiceover, so I thank you so much for joining me. Have a fabulous rest of the day. We'll see you again soon, guys. Bye-bye.